What the fuck is this?
It's the mic.
Check, check, check. I guess everybody can hear me. Guess we're good to go.
Can you hear mine?
Huh? Yeah, you good. As long as it's green on there, you good.
Is it really working, or is it just for looks?
No, it's really working.
Hold on, let me grab my.
This is gonna be our first live. We're gonna do a show live real quick. It's Friday. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, I'm sure.
Fucking water in here. Oh, fuck.
All right.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Shit is crooked.
It's okay. It's alive. Welcome back to Fast Guard News. I'm one half of the show, your host,
Hello.
Rod Payne. We're about to get started here in a second. Today we're going to cover
Middle of recording.
a pretty, I guess, mundane type issue as it comes to security guard services and what security guards do on site, as far as you get guys or you get women that come on site and they unfortunately don't follow the
your
rules.
father's daughter.
Part of the rule following is no sexual harassment, no sleeping on duty, no threatening people on duty. At Fast Guard, we have a strict hands-off policy, and dealing with guards as much as we deal with guards, and as many times as we do security guard services nationwide, we wanted to address a few issues that they come across our desk, not so much with our guards, but it does happen throughout the nation when guards, I guess, become a little overzealous dealing with female companions or employees at a site where they're at. So dealing with sexual harassment or anything on that nature, for us, you get fired immediately. We really don't tolerate that at all. Other companies may have other opinions on it. It depends on how blatant it was. It depends on where it was, how it happened. But speaking about guards sexual harassing people, what are your thoughts on that? I know sexual harassment is a big deal. But
I mean, that's no nonsense. Like, number one, it's in the handbook. It's our policy. Well, I can't speak for every company, but when you're hired to do a job, and that job is security to protect the very people that you're harassing, there's no room in security or in business for that, period. And especially if you have someone that's armed at a site, so they have a weapon, and then you know how things get crazy between the opposite sex. You know, sometimes someone can't take rejection, and maybe the young lady or young man feels intimidated, and you know, who knows what could happen. So, like, even if someone is hitting on you and you're the security guard and you're at work, you got to restrain yourself. Hey, I'm on shift. We can't do this right now. I would love to talk to you after I get off shift if you're interested. But right now, absolutely not.
Absolutely
Like,
not.
is it more important than your livelihood?
I think that some people just have a problem controlling themselves. When I was in law enforcement, we used to have a term that we use for women who love men in uniform, which is badge bunnies. And a lot of times I would be on off duties at places like Publix, or even we were doing off duties at the Fountain Blue when they had big events. So imagine people out there getting hammered during Winter Music Festival and everything. And it's just unprofessional. We would never do it. Sexual harassment is in our protocols at the police department, but you got to think there's a very thin line between sexual harassment and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, because a person could take that as, hey, I gave him my number because I was afraid. The guy has a gun on, he's 6 foot tall, he's muscular, I didn't know what to do. I said no. He kept advancing, and I gave it to him out of fear.
Right.
And so
that brings up an interesting dynamic, though, because what if the shoe's on the other foot? What if it's a female officer, whether it be a security guard or a police officer, and she's hitting on someone while she's in uniform?
it's that it's kind of like that situation with dealing with. We had a female officer one time at a location. We were working the nightclub, and she was a good looking girl, had her uniform on, and she ended up getting fired after the event because she was out there being chummy with a security guard. She asked the security guard to bring her soda with ice. That was like a big thing in Miami Beach at the time. And this is right after there was a police officer that was riding on a four-wheeler and took a girl on the back of his four-wheeler and crashed, broke her leg. Ooh. He was intoxicated. So they come to find out, internal investigation, found out that she was intoxicated, sitting up there drinking, trying to talk to security coach. So it does happen. And think she had a gun on and got way too comfortable at the site and ended up getting fired on off duty. She wasn't even at a regular job. So yeah, it happens, male and female. The fire department or people in uniforms, security guard in uniforms. Remember, a lot of people come from out of the country and they come to places like Miami, LA, New York. They don't really know the difference between law enforcement and armed security. And the fact that you would use that as leverage to try to get a girl's number or to try to talk to somebody is kind of crazy. In my eye, I think that that you have to have some type of resolve. Again, I got kids at home. I'm not going to put my livelihood on the line, how I feed my kids, dealing with a woman at work or a man for that. It's the new world. So you get people that are attracted to all kind of people. We don't want to ever blemish our record, blemish our reputation, blemish the company that you're working for. It's just embarrassing.
Blemish yourself.
Blemish yourself. You think about how hard it's going to be to get a job again, because
why would you fire from your last job?
Couldn't control myself.
I don't really want to talk about it. I just, they weren't fair to me.
Yeah.
And then, they're going to call your previous employer and say, hey, can you, well, actually, you can't really say the reason. All you can do is verify employment.
Exactly. And they ask, would you hire again? And absolutely not. And so you don't want to find yourself in that situation, no matter what the criteria of the job is. I'm pretty sure nobody's going to put you on a security post and be like, man, just talk to girls all night. Absolutely not. And then it happens with guys all the time. You got insecurity. You got guys that are on steroids. Same thing in law enforcement. You got guys that are huge, they're jacked, and they come out there, and one of our guests, my buddy Kev, say eye candy, and it's true. Some guys are really built. They're putting a lot of time in the gym. You utilize that as a tool for you to go get jobs and be impressive when you're on the job, but not to talk to girls. I think that's
like you always say, is the juice
worth the squeeze? Is it worth the squeeze? Is where I got that from? And when I was in police academy, we had a instructor. His name was Flieger, and Flieger is an attorney, but he was also a police officer and keep his cane. And that was one of the things he always used. Is the juice worth the squeeze? And with the way he described it, he said, if you find an orange and it's way at the top of a 50-foot tree, if you climb up there, several things can happen. One of them being you can fall down and die. Is it worth for you to go get that orange? And then when you get up at the top of the tree, you find out that orange is rotten. And was it worth it for you to climb up there to find out? I don't think so. And I think that people need to make better decisions, especially people that consider themselves professionals. Remember, when you put on a badge and a gun or a uniform of any type, even without a gun, you're still held to a higher standard. And I think that security guards should be more aware, like in the current space that we're in with security, like we get 150 to 300 calls a day for people looking for jobs. You got one. Why would you put everything on the line and lose it and then can't get a job forever? You have to go get certifications to be a security guard. You have to do qualification. You have to spend money and invest in yourself in order to become a security guard. And then you're doing all of that to throw it away. That's like what happened with Shannon Sharp with his show and with ESPN. I didn't know he was making that much money. And you look at what happens. Several other guys on ESPN got popped. They were sexual harassing female anchor, and they got rid of those guys. I didn't know some of those guys were making 9, 10, 23 million. It's embarrassing. So, when we look at what's to risk, it's going to happen, unfortunately. But people have to control themselves.
Yeah, you got to stop being tender under the zipper.
Timber under the you what they say, you control by your little head, not your big head. So we just wanted to bring awareness to individuals that are out there, especially looking for a job.
Right.
You want to get into this job, and if your goal is I want to work at this nightclub because all the girls come in, you got a rude awakening.
Yeah.
A rude awakening.
Well, I don't have anything else to add.
That's it. We wanted to keep it short and sweet. Hold on, we got some people that are let me see. They on here, they say hi. What the F? Henry Blast. Okay, it's pretty cool doing the live. This is our first one. Again, I'm your host, one half of the Fast Guard Service team here. I'm here with Dwight as well. We record.
I'm the guy that's not as close to the camera.
Yeah. We record quite a bit, but we want to jump on the live for the day, man. We appreciate y'all for joining, and we'll go from there. Thank you, guys. We'll jump on another one. We'll do it every Friday if the fans permit. Thank you.
Have a nice one.